lot of people here. Next up, wow, bought this like 2017. This, so it's 10 full-length movies on DVD. Sons of Kong, and I've been wanting to do like this would be perfect for good or bad and what the fucks. Because look at this, fucking pop up, and I've never fucking opened it. It's been on the cards for a while to watch, but it's fucking pop up. So, but again, what have we got? The Ape, Brooklyn Gorilla, the Gorilla, Ape Man, Bride of the Gorilla, Savage Girl, the White Gorilla, Law of the Jungle, White Pongo, and Nabongo. So yeah, definitely some what the fucks there. Hello and welcome to a brand new The Good, The Bad and The What the Fucks, a one-off special, because this is the one and only Son of Kongs. Now, if anyone's been following the channel for a while, I bought this nearly 4 years ago at Gateshead Comic Con. It's just turned off lens. Picked it up, it's still sealed, it's never been opened since then, and what was bitching about it when I got it though, as it opens up like that, dun dun dun. I don't want to come too close because there's not much light over here because it's very unplanned. I'm having a few beers tonight while I'm cutting through some footage. So these are 10 movies, so we're in for The Ape, Brooklyn Gorilla, The Ape Man, I've seen that one, Bride of the Gorilla, Savage Girl, The White Gorilla, Law of the Jungle, White Pongo, and Nabonga. I have no idea. So this came out in 2005, it's never been opened. Hopefully it'll play. Should play anyway. I've just trying to watch a film called Jump Cut tonight, thinking I might resurrect fast forward reviews because it's called Jump Cut. I had to turn it off. I'm sorry, I was distracted while I'm editing. Like literally, it was like it looked like someone had filmed it with a vintage filter on. I was like, no. And I've been toying around which Good, the Bad, and the What the Fox actor will be next. But this answers the question as it's 10 films in one box set. It's got that American thing on the top. So, come on. 10 classics on 3 DVDs. There's a massive jewel box. Wow, look at all that. Fucking hell. Talk about a back catalogue. Right, I'll leave that for the outtakes. Going to be a collector's card. So it's all the way from America. So we'll not look around. We'll go for disc 1. So it looks like the first film is going to be called White Pongo. The last film I mentioned. Hopefully this will work. Yeah. Okay. Here we go for White Pongo. Well, I've got an FBI warning. That's a good start. It means it's playing. It means it's going to play. Yeah, so next one is White Pongo. Enjoy. Okay, the first entry. We're in black and white. We have to be in black and white because this film is in black and white. This is White Pongo. And I've just finished watching it there. I've quite enjoyed it, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm editing other stuff in the background, but like the film started and it's just like if you put my name there and went, where the fuck's the S and the S and the 7? And it just says Evan Stephen Monkey Mason. You're like, what's wrong with that? Get rid of that. It's mainly because like at the start, it's one of them old ones where it's got like JPEGs as we would call them now, but it's like framed and panned really badly, and even the lead actor's name's chopped off. And the music goes on. Obviously it has, for the time it's made, there's a lots of like, when you're watching it now, like I as an editor will appreciate it, because there is a few, you know, film reel takes and they'll jump around and shit like that. Very grainy, but it doesn't really hold back because straight away at the start of the movie, the fucking white ape is just hiding in the trees, seeing what's going on. And it all takes place in this camp, and like, there's a guy tied up at the start, and you think, alright, is he getting sacrificed or something? Then all of a sudden he just takes his hands down like he's fucking finished the scene and does his hands and walks off. Like, what the fuck happened there? But again, this white gorilla is running around, of the ape, is causing grief. Like, there is a girl in it, but it's not really like Beauty That Killed the Beast story. It generally, when you're watching it and you're going, hang on a minute, I'm not being stupid, but like, lions, bears and gorillas and big iguanas don't really exist in the same climate, do they? No? Maybe not? Yeah, I don't think so. No. So there's little bears running around. It's just like whatever they can get, right? We're making a movie, right? Come on, get a lion on set. The lion runs around. Everyone's like, ah, lion. Obviously the ape comes to fight. But then there's another group of apes and they come up and trash in the place. And then there's a fight scene at the end when the white ape just literally goes ape shit where fucking massive trains are smacking the fuck out of the other ape. And then they're like, don't shoot him, shoot to kill. And they like shoot him and he goes, ah! And the ape like looks like he's had a death scene, but then he's in the cage at the end rattling away, open for a sequel. But again, like when you're watching stuff and like, you're just watching it and like, you're editing it and you're watching that and you're going, it's quite inspiring. Like, I'm not going to say that's a bad movie. I've enjoyed it. But when it was made, it's good. And you watch it back now and you're like, the suits, but with it being such dark contrast and stuff and the apes running around, it's quite eerie as well. But you kind of look at it and go, right, what's available? What's the animal wrangler got? He's got a bear, right, we'll have the bear. Right, what's he got now? He's got a lion, right, we'll have the lion. Like, what's he got now? A little monkey. There's always this little monkey cuts away. But there's loads of weird, like, creep sound effects, but there's a bit where this guy's, like, explain how he's going to trap the ape. And he's doing his best ape impression. And he accidentally falls down the hole by accident. It's quite funny, but, like, it's funny as well because he'll jump and then there'll be a harsh cut. And he'll be back to there and everyone's, like, laughing. But yeah, just had it on there. Again, what with the good, the bad, and what the fucks. I've never seen these before, but that was the first one, White Pongo. And the next one's going to be Savage Girl. So yeah, see you in the next one. Okay, Savage Girl. It's a long film. I just felt like it was never going to end. Then it just comes up the end. Man, like fuck. I just felt like I was watching a continuing like sequel to like the first movie because like the same lions running around and then there's some leopards and there's this woman running around who's like the god of the jungle and she's wearing like this leopard suit. And it's just like, that's a bit, stereotypical or whatever. And she's holding these like tigers and stroking them on their faces and that, and then they're running around trying to catch her. And like, it starts off and there's this like a big rant about these people. Like, I've never been to Africa. Like, when's the next flight? And they're like, we'll go to Africa and we'll go hunting. And like, it just zooms to Africa, and like next thing you know, they're like, I've got a mouse, and he's an elephant, and this elephant's like, and runs off. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then like the woman's running around trying to save like the animals and stuff, and I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna say it's a bad movie. It's kind of like borderline what the fuck. I know I've had a few beers after like the 2 movies in a row now, but like stare at the television going, what the fuck, man? Like, fair enough, like a white gorilla running around like the first one, but then her going and it's got like this girl scream effect, and like it keeps on repeating, and you're like, oh my god, and then just abruptly ends, and guy keeps shouting, get the black people. It's like, what the fuck, man? But yeah, that's a bad one, that. I've got the next one that goes, I forget what the next one is on this disc. Law of the Jungle. Well, that could be an interesting one. I don't think I want to get that watched tonight though. So this is the good, the bad, and what the fucks. That's number 2. I'm going to say that's a bad one for Savage. Savage Girl, Savage Woman. Savage Girl. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Hello and welcome to Entry Free for the good, the bad, and the what the fucks for Son of Kongs. Now, last night, after the other 2 movies, Savage Girl and White Pongo, I started to watch the next one because it automatically played, and it's called Law of the Jungle. It's featured on the back there. Law of the Jungle. And I was quite rat-arsed by the end of it, so I've watched it again this morning because, again, I wanted to feed this in. And don't get us wrong, I've literally been laughing my head off at this movie. What's the camera shaking for? Anyway, I've been laughing my head off at the movie because the main guy's called Jeff. He's running around and Jeff's trying to do it, and he's got to dig some bones and digging. I want to have that song stuck in my fucking head forever. Hang on, you got to hear this song as Jeff decides to dig for some bones. Can we get some Jeff going?
My name ain't Jeff.
His name is Jeff.
Sing, brother. If singing keeps the spirits away, sing like you never sung before. I'm gonna bury these bones.
I'm gonna bury these bones.
I'm gonna put these bones to rest.
And then he runs off. So there's loads of weird, like, over-crank stuff, and this Jeff's just out on a mission to serve Mr. Mason. Now, when it starts, yes, the guy is called Mr. Mason, the other guy. There's some really good acting in this, to be honest with you. But it starts and like there's a guy like he's very shisty, and he doesn't want this girl to get back to America and hiding her passport, and these other guys are like, I must intervene. And like they're all going around, and then there's Mr. Mason's a guy looking for bones, so Jeff's obviously helping him find bones, and he's off burying bones. And then the woman who's trying to get away from the guys who are literally going around killing people, and they're trying to steal some money or something like that. So like at what point is the gorilla in this? Well, there's a gorilla appear, like I would say 3/4 of the way through this movie when Jeff is hiding in a cave. And it looks like the same gorilla from White Pongo, but not the white one, its mates, the one we was having a fight with a stick. And then he's just like, I'm in a cave and they fucking shoot him, and like that's it. So it's Sons of Kong, so it's obviously just a guy in a white suit, a gorilla suit. But yeah, I've been laughing my head off again, this whole Jeff joke that's been going around for years, that everyone's just called Jeff. And like, as soon as I tell you that now, like in your life, everyone appears as Jeff, or there's some coincidence of Jeff. It's like if I watched Doolittle with Robert Downey Jr., the bit where he gets on the boat and he's going, where's that noise come from? And there's just a guy in the shackles and he's going, hi, I'm Jeff, and that's the only reason he's in it. And it's just like, what the fuck? But yeah, it's a bad movie. It's a bad movie because, like, I mean, don't get us wrong, I've been laughing my head off at Jeff, but you know, like, I'm expecting to see gorillas in this, and this is the least gorilla one so far. Saying that, I mean, Savage Girls. So these are like, don't get us wrong, there's good, the bad, and there's the what the fucks. But again, this was quite a big drama. You know, like there's a lot of espionage going on in this, but like there's no fucking gorilla, that's for sure. Right, let's see the next one.
And singing keeps the spirits away. Sing like you never sung before. I'm going to bury these bones. I'm going to bury these bones. I'm going to put these bones to rest. I'm going to bury these bones. I'm going to bury these bones. I'm going to put these bones to rest. Jeff! Let me out of here! Let me out of here! Jeff! Let me out of here!
Hello and welcome back to the good, the bad, and the what the fucks for Sons of Kong. This is entry number 4, and this one's just been Nabonga. I'm sure it says Nabonga. Nabonga. This has been a hard one to watch. Actually, it's took 4 attempts to watch it just for what's going on. It was pretty bad actually. Like, there's no to write home and shout about it. It almost feels like it was filmed while Law of the Jungle was being filmed, because there was loads of stuff going on. It's the same monkey. It like literally looks like Samson is the monkey's name, or the gorilla's name in this one. And it's basically about a little girl who basically gets raised, so it's almost like a spin on the Tarzan story. But like later on when she's older, she's walking around and she's like got a nice dress on, her hair all permed, and Samson the gorilla, who unfortunately meets his demise, saving everyone at the end. And it coins the phrase that the guy's like, I'm going to write a good story about this, and it's almost like a King Kong story. So it's all about like people trying to like find stuff in the jungle and stuff, and the gorilla's running around trying to protect her, and everyone's trying to get her. They call her the White Witch at some points, and journey to find the White Witch, and it's just happy that one's ended. Really, I didn't realise as well, like all the dates of the years these were made are actually on the discs as well. So that was a bad one, that Nabonga. The next one's the White Gorilla, and then I've done the entire bottom row. But again, these are just playing in random order. This is the second disc. Yeah, it was a bit of a letdown, that one. Just say, it's just a lot of the overcrank stuff. I mean, they've all been in black and white, and there was a fight scene at the end, and it was all cranked up, so it's kind of like whoa. And then obviously when stuff's cranked up and the sound effects don't hit right, you think, I mean, don't get us wrong, 1930s, that era, you know. So I am enjoying them, but you want to sit there and like, this is the 4th one in a row, you kind of start like watching them going, like, I generally think like Law of the Jungle was happening over the hill. It's definitely the same set, and it's definitely the same fucking gorilla. So I'll see you for number 5 for White Gorilla. Alright, we're about to watch White Gorilla. I don't know when White Gorilla. In between watching White Gorilla and editing, transferring and podcasting, this frame has been built, and the Kong, that is the awesome Kong from Kong Skull Island, has been resurrected and saved. It got damaged. It's been in the loft for about 4 months after coming down off the old house. So yeah, it's just a random little mini intake before we watch White Gorilla. So, White Gorilla. Okay, considering I've watched these in just the order of the DVDs, throwing them at, White Gorilla is like highlights of the last couple of movies I've watched. It's all narrated. There's hardly any speaking in this. Everything's like overcranked, running around. There's hippopotamuses on the thing. The lions are back, running around. The shots of monkeys are in the tree. It starts off where there's this kid on an elephant gets brought to town. The kid's like running around dressed as Tarzan. He's about less than 5 foot high, demanding all whatever's done. Meanwhile, there's a white gorilla running around, and then the guy, the lass who's the savage girl, she's in it running around. They all just look like they've just filmed a random outtakes and stuff like that. They're running around. Then the guy shoots the white gorilla. He's like, I shot the white gorilla. After the white gorilla doesn't know where it's been shot. Like someone shouting, you were shot in the chest. And it's holding the shoulder. And it's like, oh, hang on, that's it. Gets a hold of a tree and slowly falls down a tree. And then the guy goes back, yeah, I shot the white gorilla. Then the narrators keep, then the black gorilla turned up and found the white gorilla dead. And then the black gorilla, at the end of the movie, is burying it with leaves. And it's like, the fuck's going on here? So that's a what the fuck, because it's narrated all the way through it. And I'm like, what the fuck? Had potentials for... I mean, it's the same gorilla. It's the same white gorilla from the fucking whatever the other gorilla movie was called. What was white? White Pongo. It's the same gorilla. And it's definitely the same black gorilla from the last movie. So yeah, it's the first 5. So we've got left Bride of the Gorilla, The Ape Man, The Gorilla, Gorilla in Brooklyn, Bela Lugosi meets a gorilla in Brooklyn, and Boris Karloff, The Ape. So we've got the Hollywood big players, but yeah, they've all been fucking weird. I'm gonna bury them bones. Fucking stuck in my head, that. Right, next one is, I don't even know, it's starting to play. I'll have a quick peek. The Ritz Brothers in The Gorilla. The Gorilla is the next one. So this is a bit of a reenactment. It's just started The Gorilla. I didn't realise Bela Lugosi's in here, but like I literally wasn't paying that much attention. So I'm on Ending Summit and then this happens. Like, it's distracting enough. She needs help. Fucking gorilla passing a message through the window.
That I shall say good night till it be mine. Good night. Good night.
Help, murder police. Doesn't help that she's called Mr. Steven. I'm like distracted. Oops, the cat's there. I help her. Mr. Stevens. Steven. Couldn't help take notice, could I? What was that? It's called The Gorilla. Okay, The Gorilla. Right. Considering how weird it started with like a murder, and Bela Lugosi just appearing, I've actually really enjoyed that. That's the best out the box so far. Now the Rich Brothers, or whatever they want to be called, Bela Lugosi, who are they called? Look at that chair. Let's have a look. The Rich Brothers. Sorry. Basically it's a Scooby-Doo. It's a proper Scooby-Doo. It's like it's sort of all set in a house, and like there's a guy as a gorilla, but it's a guy dressed as a gorilla, and you know what I mean. And it's all about like at the start when she's running around, murder. It's like there's a gorilla hand come round and puts a letter on it, like I'm gonna kill you, and like they all come in and like they're all running around secret rooms, and it's like who's did it, and it's really funny. There's like some of the overacting's hilarious, and like Bela Lugosi's running around, and then you got these guys that's all like the Three Stooges kind of thing going on. So I've really enjoyed that, like creeping around this bit where the gorilla hand comes up behind the clock and can't grab him, so it just grabs something and bashes him on the head, and like what the fuck, man. And then the whole just like Scooby-Doo ending and stuff like that, but like it predates Scooby-Doo for about 40 years, so you know what I mean. It's like that so far has been a right hidden gem. Just called The Gorilla. But again, you can get a hold of that one because again, Bela Lugosi, the name obviously carries a lot of like credibility. So yeah, that's definitely, he was really good in it. You know what I mean? He's just lightning around in the background, trying not to be Dracula, but yeah, that was good. That's the best of the bunch so far. It was nice to not to be in the jungle and seeing real shit again and it overcranked and all that. Like that was a lot of fun, that one. So yeah, let's roll on to the next one. Wow. Okay. It's 10 to 2 in the morning. I've just finished Bride of the Gorilla. And yes, I've had a few beers, but like, this is one of the most, I'm not going to say like from what I've seen for the rest of them, this is one of the most dragging one. I was just like, there's no dragons in this. But this just drags so much. I was like, it's just going to end. Now, Raymond Blur is in this. Now, if anyone knows who Raymond Blur is, he's the guy from Rear Window. He's also the guy they put in Godzilla and also in Godzilla 85. So I was like, cool, Raymond Blur's in this. And Raymond Blur's fucking mint at acting. But like, going off what I've just seen from the rest of this box set, Raymond Blur's like hit the dome. Now, this is essentially what Wolf was. Wolf is a remake of this movie. He's been cursed by some weird woman at the start, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be gorilla." He's just running around, and like, there's a couple of leopards, and like, this is the jungle voice on there, but like, Laurie Clancy Jr.'s in this as well. But like, it's Raymond Blur's movie. He plays Barney, and like, it's literally a full-on drama. The lack of the fact that he turns into a gorilla by the end, and like, he's in the tree, and they go bang 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 bang, and then like Jack Nicholson, where he just turns into a wolf and fucks off into the fucking gorilla, just turns into fucking Raymond Blur again and just dead, and then like, this is the end. It's like, that's it. So yeah, not home to shout out about, but like, at the end of the day, when it comes to acting, Raymond Blur's the shit hot. But like, I was just like, fuck me, when's this film gonna end? Like, so yeah, we're down to 6. I think we've only got like Brooklyn Gorilla, the Ape Man. Oh fuck, we've only got 3 left. Yeah, well, we've done good. We've done good on this one. Sons of Kong. Years in the making. Fucking worth the wait. I fucking loved it. But that one was a bit like, it's a bit of a stinker, that one. Okay, it's the next day after last night. I had a great, like, I was editing last night, and then this morning I've had to take my computer to bits. You didn't need to know this, but like, put my computer back together so it would restart. I was like, what the fuck happened to us last night? What was I watching? What was I drinking? I mean, God knows. And it's 5:30. Eventually went to bed. So I just watched The Ape. I thought I was watching The Ape Man, because where's Bela Lugosi and why does that look like Boris Karloff? Bela Lugosi's not in it, except for a weird little cameo it almost looked like in the background, which I've checked IMDb and he's not credited. But then I was watching this and it is Boris Karloff, and it's no to shout about really. At this half of the start of this movie, the contrast of white was so hard to look at. What the fuck am I supposed to be looking at there? I was like, ugh. Yeah, Boris is like the mad fucking professor, and he has this concoction of medicine and like to make this woman walk again, which obviously by the end of the movie she's like, doctor. But he's just like decides he wants to dress up as a gorilla and going around terrorizing people, and it's like a bit of a Scooby-Doo. Look, it's a mask at the end again. Jesus, no, that's a bad one, that one, unfortunately. It was just really long, drawn out. There was not a lot going on, and it was really hard to look at. That was a 1941 as well. It's one of the older ones out of the bunch. As I say, the outtake will be me revisiting what's inside that box and having a look at the years and dates and a little mini recap. I don't even know what the next one is. This just comes up the end. So yeah, and straight into the next one, which is Bela Lugosi in The Ape Man. So this one is The Ape Man. God, that one was just as bad. That one definitely had Bela Lugosi in, and he's basically got like his whole chin strap. So Bela Lugosi's like an ape man. He's just got a beard, and like the same kind of story. Like, wow, just as the last one. You know, they're running around and like they're creeping in houses and people are looking for them, and then there's one in a suit, or is he in a suit, and it's really badly cheesy. It's really long, that. I mean, It's dragged, absolutely dragged that, but I don't. That's another stinker. I'm sure I tried to watch that years ago because it come in one of them like free pack ones over here, dead slimline cases. But to say Bela Lugosi was great for his time, but on that I was just like, so there's only one left. I haven't got a fucking clue what it is. Oh, it's Bela Lugosi meets a Brooklyn gorilla. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to be watching the same bloody film. Literally, like the last two films, which are The Ape and The Ape Man, have literally just been clones of themselves. So yeah, there's only one left. This movie started exactly the same. So Bela Lugosi meets a Brooklyn gorilla starts exactly the same as, I want to say, Bride of the Gorilla. Like literally, here is the jungle, this is a lion, this is a python. Same fucking movie. Wow, Bela Lugosi meets a Brooklyn gorilla. Like, right, so I was watching this and straight away, Dean Martin and Jerry Lee Lewis made a great series of movies of this era, and these, looks like the script was written for them and they didn't want to do it. So they've hired a couple of actors, one's called Sammy, one's called Duke, and like literally Duke's does his singing bit and the other one's like, Jerry Lee Lewis, he's fucking doing the whole slapstick kind of thing, and you think, okay, now and I just read into it there, Jerry Lee Lewis actually sued him for this because the actor who plays Sammy, even though they're a stand-up act and a blatant clone, only did 5 movies. So it was bad. It's all about like people getting changed into gorillas and they're stuck on an island and all this, and Bela Lugosi's there, and it's like, isn't him who plays vampire Dracula? And they're like, what? And he's going, oh, children of the night, and like he's just walking around. I mean, Bela Lugosi always plays it straight, but again, why it's called Bela Lugosi meets a Brooklyn gorilla, it's fucking weird. So that's one of the worst. That's a proper what the fuck movie, what's going on there. So on a recap, probably not in any order: Savage Girl, avoid. White Gorilla, I don't know which one was better, White Gorilla or White Pongo. The Law of the Jungle, I'm gonna bury them bones, And Bonga. Brooklyn Vampire, I'm sure the Bonga's the start of that. The Ape and the Ape Band, fucking hell. Bride of the Gorilla. And then the best one at the bunch, The Gorilla. Also known as Clue to the movie. So there's going to be no outtakes in this, I don't believe. It might not be because I'm just going to... I've left the disc in the box there. But they're all from like the 1940s and stuff like that. I'll tell you what, I'll come back for the outtakes, have a quick look at this book I've got inside it. But again, this has been the Sons of Godzilla. Sons of Kong, it's a one-off, as I say, just in the box set. Sitting there for years. Yeah, seen the outtakes. So here in the outtakes, Alpha Video for free catalogue. God, like this is just like golden Hollywood, you know what I mean? Again, it's great that they preserved them, like the Lone Ranger's in there, Dragnet, the originals, The Witch's Curse, One Step Beyond, War of the Armies, The Gorilla, there's the Gorilla again, Country Gentleman. Just, I mean, again, it's great that stuff like this is preserved. A lot of these will probably fall under the likes of public domain. But yeah, it was a nice, interesting little box set. I think I was a fan of like Kong and that. Attack from space, Attack of the Monsters, The Beast, Frozen Alive. Gamera's in there as well. Destroy all her parts. So yeah, it was pretty cool. So as I say, it's happy just to get that one done and dusted, you know. That's what lockdown's about. So yeah, the good, the bad, and the what the fucks are about, really, you know. As I say, find an actor, you've got 10 films on. I think it's going to be Samuel L. Jackson next, and these odds. But even King Kong, you know, Kong, it's been remade a few times, and you've got the Toho spin-offs. And then you could, if you were going to do a volume 2 of this, you could have Ready Player One chucked in there, you could have The Wizard chucked in there. You could probably scrape another 10 Kong films. But for now, I've been Steve Monty Mason. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. This has been the Sons of Kong for the good, the bad, and the what the fuck one-off special. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.
And now the end is here.